Welcome to the Simulation Soccer League Season 4 Match Day 6. We are already 6 weeks into Season 4 here, and it has been an interesting season so far. We've got a great slate of games ahead of us in Match Day 6 here. We're starting out in Accra, in Ghana, where Montreal United will be taking Accra FC. Then we're headed over to Spain, where Hollywood FC will be taking on CF Catalunya. Apologies, that's in Catalonia. Sydney City will be playing in AS Paris, just a little bit north there, and then we will be heading over to over to Tokyo, where Seoul MFC will be taking on Tokyo in the Asian rivalry that we've got over there. And then we've got Cairo City taking on Athênai FC. Athênai defending at home today. A bit of a rocky start for them. CA Buenos Aires will be finishing us off in London, where they will be taking on the struggling champions, Inter London, who have had a bit of a rocky start to their defense of the title as well. But here we are with the first game of the day. We are headed over to Ghana, as I mentioned there, where Montreal United will be looking to take a win off the struggling S4 expansion team. Ghana in 12th place to start the season, their inaugural season. Only 1 point through 5 games so far. And Montreal United, on the other hand, sitting comfortably in 8th place, 4 points through 5 games for them. They'll be looking to pick up 3 here and potentially shoot themselves up past Inter London. We do have Accra FC coming out here in a 4-3-3, and Kofi Atsa there, the left winger, scoring a wonderful goal for Accra FC there. Second goal this season for him. So breakdown in play here off the free kick, and unfortunate interception clearance by Inclan there. Just doesn't go very right for him, and that is Nicholas Inclan, the Bolivian center back, making the crucial mistake, gifting Kofi Ansa a wonderful goal to start the game for Accra FC. And Accra, playing at home today, will be looking to score their first win of the season. They only have 1 point on the season, right? So they haven't won this season so far. To win at home would be spectacular in front of all their fans. That is Luke LaRoque, the American goalkeeper, net between the sticks for Accra FC. On the other end of the field, we do have Adam Rage, the 6'2" Italian goalkeeper. Rage averaging 3.40 goals against this season so far, and LaRoque averaging 2.40 across 90 minutes so far this season. If that says anything, it's going to be a bit of a fire fest. We will see what happens here as the ball is driven into the Montreal box before being flipped down the field. Accra FC really taking advantage of that home crowd energy and just forcing possession on Montreal through the next 30 minutes here to open the match so far. Deserved leaders, Montreal only having now 1 shot on net. Here's another opportunity as Jude potentially drives in. Pass is driven out to Papadopoulos, apologies, Isaac, and that's offside for Montreal. Unfortunate, Isaac with a good-looking opportunity there, but just a little too early, and Accra FC will look like they will drive into the half-time mark here with the lead. Montreal have fought back well, and it's about equal on possession at this point, but Montreal not able to do too much with that so far, and it is I am seeing that was a weird that's a transition. I was not ready for that, but you know what? I'll be ready for that next time. Yes, that's right. Today we have our first ever substitutions in the Simulation Soccer League. Recently, a rule has passed and been enacted by the board of directors to allow for mid-game substitutions at halftime for all of our wonderful teams in the Simulation Soccer League here, as Kofiatia very nearly gets another one on a chip opportunity that just hits the top side of the bar and doesn't go his way. Didn't quite catch who came on at halftime there, but a couple of substitutions coming on now for, I believe it was Accra FC. Could have been Montreal though, to be honest. Might have been both. Uh, Actually, that's one of them. That is direct free kicks, I believe. Nope, never mind. Direct free kick started the game. I apologize. And free kick with the ball here. That is, I believe it's user Captain Killer. Now, Kettle in for Montreal, but unfortunately unable to make anything of the opportunities that is cleared by Accra defender. Jaeger with the corner in for Montreal here, and Rigamol now able to recover a potentially counter for Accra, though free kick able to make the slide tackle. Now, chance for Montreal off a throw in now. Lexington driving down that right-hand side. Both teams opting to come out in a 4-3-3 formation today. Both also choosing to play in a more possessive sort of style. Selleck there very nearly has an opportunity to have the opportunity to double for Accra. Unfortunately, unable to convert, and Adam Rage able to make that big save. Rage playing aggressively on a sweeper keeper on an attack roll, meaning he's going to patrol that edge of that box. And unfortunately, Selleck is not playing in a very aggressive role. He's playing in that false 9 role there. I mean, he's going to drop a little bit deeper, meaning Rage is going to meet him a little more often than not. And we'll see if the Italian's up for the challenge here. Rigamol now and on the left-hand side, right-hand side for Ryman. And ball takes a couple bounces before being cleared out by Montreal. Corner for Snooks now, former Athênai defender. Early Snooks now with the cross in, and that is cleared by Montreal United. Now, Accra with another opportunity in Montreal, defending on a corner, and a header goes wearily wide. And now another opportunity off a set piece here for Accra, really exploiting Montreal on those opportunities here. And free kick potentially with a foul. Nope, that's a perfect fight off there. Just muscles roster off the ball. Unfortunately, Biscuit makes nothing of that opportunity, and Accra recover, looking to squeeze out the game here. Likely going to be it as time does run down. Accra FC just able to hold that ball so well against the Montreal United press. It was a very close game possessively, 52 to 48%, though Montreal really not making much of any opportunities this match. I think there was a couple off the set pieces, but other than that, Accra FC had the run of the mill, better in most of the opportunities today, and they are deserved winners, although albeit off a very unfortunate mistake by Nicholas Inclan, and Kofiatia will be happy to take home the first goal, game-winning goal for Accra FC. That is also Accra FC's first win of the season. With that, they jump themselves into provisional 9th place with 4 points. Though the teams in front of them have an opportunity to change that. Hollywood FC and CF Catalunya, though, are a little bit ahead of the crowd, and Hollywood FC finding themselves in 5th place. They'll be visiting CF Catalunya, who find themselves in 3rd, off to a very good start this season, is CF Catalunya. Will we see them contend for the title this year? Perhaps Hollywood FC, though on the other hand, always contenders for the title. Last year having fallen a little bit wayward at the start of the season, but recovered their form late into the year and won the SSL Cup, and earlier this season won the Supporters Shield as well. Now, Hollywood FC, I don't know if this is new or not, but it is certainly new to me. This is my first time casting and seeing them come out in a much different formation. We see Hollywood FC lining up in a 3-4-3 with wing backs, three defenders, three center backs back there, those two wing backs, and then the two midfielders, and then a those wide three forward now. Instead of playing the narrow 4-3-3, we now are seeing a more wider attacking variant from Hollywood here. They are playing in a more possessive style. We will see how that fares against CF Catalunya. CF Catalunya, however, playing in a very, very familiar 4-3-3 formation to those of us who are fans of the formation, and Dogwood Maple is one of the very lucky recipients of a goal there. That is a well-played drive in by CF Catalunya that took a couple of bounces here. Yeah, that's a bounce off Sterling, and unable to handle that, unfortunately, just drops the Maple. Right place, right time for Dogwood Maple. That is the second goal of the year for the American striker. Hollywood FC looking to answer back here. That's Ricky Bobby playing in the advanced forward role, playing in the top of that formation. The 6'10" Zambian striker currently has 5 goals on the year. Looking to add to that, I believe that's tied for second. Owen 44 has an insane 9 goals to start the year. Though we will see a little more of him later. Hollywood now looking to equalize off the corner. Unfortunately, unable to make the most of that opportunity. Ball does come out to Taka, who with a deep drive is able to challenge Gunnarsson, though Gunnarsson able to come equal to the save. That is Alexander Gunnarsson, I believe, the 6'1" Icelandic goalkeeper, averaging 1 goal a match so far this season. And now Hunter Jones looking to add on to that or equalize, though Gunnarsson able to make the save, coming out massive there this year. And we can see it's not just her team helping her hold on to that 1 goal margin. Hollywood FC, on the other hand, also have themselves a magnificent keeper. That is Scott Sterling in between the pipes. The 6'6" American keeper, averaging 1 goal a season so far, and CF Catalunya have it. We will see if Hollywood FC can equalize here. Through 45 minutes so far, unable to do so. Hollywood have really pushed the attack, though, just unable to break through Gunnarsson there. We'll see if that changes in the second half. Surely if the defense is as fluid as they were in the first, we will see 1 or 2 concessions from Catalunya, but we'll see. Again, this pause is to allow for the changes now. Leaf Feist and Mojo Rising coming into the game for CF Catalunya. That is Dogwood Maple coming out of the game. The goal scorer for Catalunya resigned to the bench as I believe it was Mojo Rising. Yes, it is Mojo Rising that takes his place at the top of the lineup here. Again, welcome to the age of substitutions in the SSL. Okamoto looking to double for CF Catalunya. Scott Sterling able to make a brilliant save. I love substitutions. personally, as a manager, however, as a commentator, I find they are hard to track. But irregardless, I'm interested to see what sort of impact we will have from Mojo Rising coming into the game here, or in particular from Dogwood Maple leaving it. Okamoto now with a brilliant opportunity. Tim Sinclair with a great pass, and CF Catalunya doubled their lead in the 54th minute. Shot Sterling really not having much of an opportunity here. Shots like these don't come very often. Sinclair able to win that header, and Okamoto just drives that thing into the top corner of the net. We've seen him miss so many of those. So happy to see him get it right today. The Japanese striker scoring his, I want to say, sorry, I don't think, yeah, he is Japanese. 6'5" Japanese striker. That's his first goal of the season, actually. And Tim Sinclair, that is their first assist of the season for the American midfielder. Possible with a drive, though Gunnarsson able to pick that up. One of the few opportunities we've seen for Hollywood FC so far in the half. And perhaps we will get another opportunity here for CF Catalunya. Clark picking up a sloppy clearance now, and Järvinen able to drive that ball in. Unfortunate weak foot drive there by Järvinen, and Sterling able to come up with the save. Now CF Catalunya looking like they are employing the squeeze, holding 56% possession of the ball so far through this ball game, and ever squeezing tighter as they look to run this game down. It does look like Hollywood FC are running out of time here. They need 2 goals, and is that one of them? It could be one of them. That's a penalty. Hunter Jones to take the penalty here. The Canadian forward challenging Gunnarsson. Gunnarsson's doing great so far today. And Jones sends Gunnarsson the wrong way. That is Hunter Jones' first goal of the season, actually. First goal coming from the spot, sending Gunnarsson the wrong way. It is looking like that might be a consolation goal, though, as time is pretty close to expired. The referee does blow the whistle there, and unfortunately for Hollywood FC, that comes a little too late. CF Catalunya a little more clinical today with their opportunities. Hollywood FC having a slew of them to start the game, but unable to make the most of their chances. Their one penalty shot, really the best of their opportunities so far this second half. CF Catalunya have had the run of the field and looked the better of the two teams. We will see if there are any more changes coming from Hollywood FC coming up in the season so far. Though, with that, that will move CF Catalunya up into provisional pole with 15 points. Currently, Sydney City have the pole position after 5 games played amongst teams, though Tokyo FC close behind them. We will see if Sydney City can take that pole position back. They'll be visiting AS Paris. Sydney City, like I said, currently in provisional pole. AS Paris in 6th place, the season 4 expansion team, currently with 3 wins through 5 matches, 9 points under their belt so far, looking very good for them. Today we will be seeing Sydney City line up in a 4-3-3, a bit of a truer 4-3-3 in the central divisions and more wider up top. They'll be playing with the wide wingers and Owen 44 leading the line for them, whereas the 3 midfielders there in the center with Holkevoda, Pekora, and Black lining up in the middle for them. AS Paris, on the other hand, will be lining up in a bit of a 4-2-3-1. It's sort of this 3-3-4-1, or sorry, 3-3-3-1 sort of situation, but essentially it's a 4-2-3-1 with a left inverted wing back there, and holding that spot in the it's a right inverted wing back with Horvat holding that spot in the defensive midfield. The possible driving in for Hulkavoto, Sydney City wearing some very spiffy jerseys. I approve heartedly. Pecora with a corner in now. And that is going to be cleared by AS Pairs. AS Pairs playing in a positive style today, looking to take advantage of their home crowd opportunities. On the other hand, Sydney City playing in a very aggressive, sort of controlling style, looking to grab that ball and hang on to it. Though, as it looks like AS Paris currently having the better of this. That is G Fuel with the cross. G Fuel coming back to visit Sydney City, the former Sydney City player, having been taken in the expansion draft. I'm sure I would love to see a goal out of him today to add a little drama to the mix. We will see what happens. AS Paris with a corner now, Sparkle to take. And that will be cleared by Sydney City. Sydney City, they're holding better possession of the ball and now having a couple more shots on net than AS Paris. Wow, AS Paris really getting squeezed out of this game so far. Sydney City with an opportunity now. AS Paris with an opportunity now. G Fuel is on Paris now. Papadopoulos. There's Leonidas Papadopoulos, the striker coming over from CF Catalunya, and the manager Steve. That is a beautiful goal for him, just breaking the line, really able to get on the end of that pass. I believe it was from Alistair. That was a beautiful goal. Papadopoulos' 5th goal of the season so far, and I believe, as I said, if that was indeed Alistair, his assist, that is the Zambian, I think, Ford? I want to say Ford, could be a midfielder. That's their first assist of the season, though. Sydney City look to answer on 44 using the outer part of their body, the head. Unfortunately, unable to beat Radek Zabota. Xhaka now with an opportunity the other way. Xhaka clearing an opportunity the other way. Apologies. Now Sparkle will take the corner for AS Paris, and that's cleared though. Now back into the box, onto that right-hand side now for Cortez, Isabella Cortez, and the passing off to Pelletier. And Sparkle again with the ball. That is a brilliant tackle by Pecora, and we have a clearance. AS Paris really not able to convert on any opportunities so far. I believe they are... Nope, doesn't look like they are forcing that into the box, though they are playing a little slower tempo. You can definitely see that on the scoreline here. AS Paris only having 4 shots through 45 minutes so far, one of those hitting the net. Sydney City having 7 shots, 3 on net so far, the 52% possession for Sydney City. Likely a little bit lower than what they were thinking and hoping. Probably looking to squeeze a little more as they come out of the half here. And will we see any changes? I don't think there are any substitutions for either team there. AS Paris now, again, with the lead, though Sydney City looking like the better of 2 teams through the half so far. We will see how this turns. Free kick outside the box for Sparkle, just curls wide. Certified problem, not having to deal with that problem, averaging 1 goal a match so far this season. The Israeli goalkeeper standing in at 6.4. We will see if he's beaten another time, but here comes Malachi Black down the other end for Sydney City. Wayward pass, unfortunately, out of the reach for Owen 44. Wow, that was a rough tackle, but 44 able to make the most of that distraction, finds it crashing Hulkavoto, and Hulkavoto puts that away for Sydney City to tie the game. So watch possible here. That's absolutely a foul. That's absolutely a foul. 044 doesn't care too much as the players look at the refs, and Okuvoto escapes his man and tucks that away. All in all, probably would have scored the penalty anyways, so fair enough. Sparkle with a corner here. And unfortunately, Pekora unable to make the most of the, Pekora able to defend that opportunity. Pekora playing in the midfield, I believe traditionally playing as a striker, or rather last year played alongside 044. Pekora with a corner now, and Malachi Black, I believe, hit the bar there. Redexbo getting a little bit lucky to keep the game even here. Shaka down the right-hand side now for Sydney City. Sydney City pressing a little bit deeper, looking for that go-ahead goal now. And over to the left now for Costanza. Costanza coming over in a trade in the offseason from Seoul MFC. Turns the ball over there, unfortunately, though Sydney City will likely have another opportunity. Maybe not. Time ticking away here. ES Paris with a deep free kick. Sydney City do intercept Costanza now possible, and that is a brilliant block by Yarvala. I believe Yarvala coming over in the expansion draft from, I want to say, Athênai. Havoc unable to make the most of that driven opportunity by Xhaka, and will crash a ball off himself, and that is and should be the game here. Cortez perhaps with a late opportunity. Sparkle with a late drive to absolutely no one and nothing, and that is indeed the game. AS Paris and Sydney City tying on the day. What that means is CF Catalunya will now be I think a little more than provisional leaders. AS Paris also will now tie Hollywood FC as they now have 10 points. Sydney City, Tokyo SC have yet to play, so yes, still provisional poll for CF Catalunya. However, next up we do have the aforementioned Tokyo SC. We have Seoul MFC playing in Tokyo, the Asian rivalry, the Asian derby, if we call it. Seoul MFC having a very good start to the season so far. 4 wins through 5 matches and 12 points to show for it. Tokyo SC, on the other hand, also having a very good start to the season. They have also 4 wins through 5 matches, and a little bit better goal difference for Tokyo. Tokyo have had some outright banging performances. Seoul MFC have had great performances as well, though do find themselves on the end of a couple of goals in return, only having a goal difference of 3. Mueller now with an opportunity to Okocha. Okocha does drive that just wide of the net. Actually, sorry, that's a big fingertip saved by American goalkeeper Cody Hill. That is the 5'2" American goalkeeper Cody Hill, averaging 1.20 goals against 90 minutes so far this season. On the other end of the field, we do have King Kong standing at 6'4", the Korean goalkeeper, averaging 1 goal against in 90 minutes so far this season. Now Isagi driving down the midfield for Tokyo, playing a bit of a weird 1-2 with this year. Lucky to maintain that ball, and eventually will find the head of Skyrise, unable to direct that onto the target of the net. And now Seoul MFC with an opportunity off a free kick the other way. Perhaps not. A Bantu shut for now for Tokyo SC. And a big pass for Hogg. Passing the space for Asagi, who drives wide, and with a wild whipped in cross, Kong able to push that out. And Hogg with a driven opportunity wide. Really wonderful play by Tokyo SC here. Another free kick here for Seoul MFC. I believe that is a deflected opportunity just outside of the net. Seoul MFC now driving from all the way back in the start of their field. We do see a bit of a strange formation here for Tokyo. I hesitate to say, because it's been doing very well. Tokyo playing in a bit of a 4-4-2 with a very centralized midfield. And Gary Hogg with a bounce and a tap, and that's in the back of the net. Kong thought it was going the other way. Let's see if it did take a bounce here. That started all the way back in the midfield here as it's driven to the left for Visser. Or sorry, to the right for Visser. And no, wow, that is a clean tap in by Gary Hogg. And Tokyo SC leading 1-0, 18 minutes into our match. Yeah, so I was saying, Tokyo play in a bit of a weird formation. They play with two center backs, a defensive midfielder, and then they have their wing backs pushed up in those the more forward positions. They are on support roles though. They play with three central midfielders, meaning there's very little usage of that wide space except for those wing backs. We do have Isagi playing in a Matsala role, so we will see him explore that space on that right hand side a little more often as well. Honestly, quite a fun formation here from Tokyo. They do have their two strikers up front there, Skyrise and Morelli there, and Gary Hogg coming in on the center of the field on attack. Really crashing late, causing a lot of havoc for that Seoul MFC defense. And Mike Rupp off the free kick there, able to make the most of that one. I don't think he was offside there, and Kong not able to get to it that time. And now Tokyo SC up 2-0. Yeah, that's just a brilliant header by Rupp, and King Kong very nearly got to that. Yeah, not even close to offside. I apologize. And wonderful take by Isagi. So MFC really kind of against the wall here in the first half of the game. Tokyo SC really pressing it down onto them as they drive again into the Seoul MFC box. Isagi with a corner here. Seoul have been struggling to deal with Tokyo's set pieces, though they themselves have been very good on their offensive set pieces. Soderberg unfortunately unable to make the most of that opportunity, though Tokyo do maintain. Now Soderberg once again cycling into the midfield. Hogg looking for Rise on an optimistic opportunity. Soderberg with a deep drive that takes a bounce off a Seoul defender, and that is the end of that opportunity. Yeah, Tokyo holding 58, almost 60% possession through 30 minutes here. Really squeezing out that time on the ball. Seoul MFC now looking perhaps in a little bit of trouble now. Lockyer with a brilliant diving save to deny a shot by Raj. Isagi on the corner here though. Can we find Raj again? And if we cannot, Holmberg will clear. And Seoul MFC perhaps to counter now. Okocha driving down that right hand side. Thusinvitz with a dangerous tackle already on a yellow. Thusinvitz, I believe that is their first yellow card of the year. Merely now for a Tokyo SC. Raj driving down that right hand side. Soderberg driving in late, and the bounce off Hogg there, unfortunately, a little bit out of position that time around. Might have seen that shot go wide anyways, I think. Acapelli now for Seoul MFC. Seoul MFC playing a very quick, short style passing game here. looking to exploit any holes in that Tokyo defense, but Tokyo holding compact in their midfield, able to just really dictate the flow of ball, force the long ball from Seoul MFC, and then just recover off it. Really, really brilliantly played by Tokyo here. Holmberg, wow, that didn't go to Holmberg. That went to Rise, and Rise very nearly snuck that pass. Shaggy on the corner now, and that is cleared by Seoul MFC, though Tokyo do hang on to possession. Another corner, here we go. Tokyo really pressing on Seoul here in the half so far. Wow, that was a powerful header, just wide. By just wide, I mean about 6 feet wide, but you know, a little bit to the left. Shaggy now with the ball for Tokyo, and Tokyo again really holding on to the possession of the ball so far. Hogue with maybe another opportunity, perhaps one too many passes. Morelli not shooting from a great angle. Kong able to tip that over the net. Shaggy with a corner now, and will we see a recovery by Seoul? We don't. Though we do see a set piece from them a little bit deeper into the field. Immediately turned over by Noodle, and that sets Rise off to the right-hand side, driving wide on the right-hand side. I'm not quite sure why he has that tendency to do that so far this match. He's playing on that left-hand side as a target forward, not known to roam from their possession too very often. Now Shaggy with a deep drive from left field and into the grandstands. That's gone home with a fan. Aloisi with a free kick to close off Seoul MFC's chances of 45 minutes so far. Hard to believe it's only been 45 minutes. Seoul really having to put on the defense to start this game so far, under constant pressure by Tokyo SC, and maybe even more here. Passing this on that left-hand side now with a corner, and yep, that is a header by Skyrise, and unfortunately unable to put that onto the net. That will bounce out. 19 shots for Tokyo SC in that 45 minutes alone. Wow. Some teams don't see 19 shots in like 10 games. Some teams being my team. No changes, it seems, for either team in the halftime mark here. Tokyo now coming out of the gates with an immediate turnover, perhaps a change of opportunity here for Seoul. They'll be looking to make the most of whatever chances they get on the ball. Now Seoul perhaps with an opportunity, driving through that midfield, able to find a little bit of space on that right-hand side is Okocha, but I think that's able to just kind of muscle them off. Now Morelli going the other way for Tokyo. Visser driving down that right-hand side, lots of space. Acapelli unable to really keep Visser too tight, and that cross does find a header, though that goes a little bit wide. Leszewicz with an opportunity now on the throw in on the left-hand side here. Hogue cycling back to the center now. And on Bontuchet, we see that midfield pyramid there playing a very good job of cycling the ball to Rise there. Rise with a deep drive, though that does fly wide. Tokyo with yet another opportunity off a deep throw-in. Visser to Isagi, and Hogue to Isagi now. Playing that short passing style, going very tiki-taka here. And that looks like a foul by Mueller. Could be an opportunity. Rise now for Besenvitz, and unfortunately, man, able to read that, gets in front of it, clears the ball, though recovered by Tokyo, and the press continues. Yaban Touchette with a deep drive now for Isagi down that right-hand side. Isagi getting a little bit of space, and Visser now driving cross in, and Soderberg, I think that was the head of finding the ball. King Kong making the save, having to make 6 of those so far. Sorry, 5. I apologize. Tokyo SC, 70 minutes have passed so far. Feels like an eternity for Seoul defenders, I am sure. Under siege so far this match, and Sai Rise just puts that home. Absolutely blew the marker, Holmberg, I believe, on the mark there for Rise, and we will see him absolutely in tons of space. Sells Holmberg on that deep run. I think Holmberg wanted to cut off that cross there, deep drive from Besenvitz, and that left Rise in just so much space. You can't leave Sky Rise undefended like that. The 6'11" Canadian striker, scoring his 6th goal through 6 goals through 6 games so far. I think that's his 6th. I don't think he scored so far this game. I could be wrong. Nope, I am right. That was his first goal this game. 81 minutes so far. Isagi with a free kick opportunity from a really direct spot in front of the net, and I'm not sure what that was, but we are not playing with the ball. 90 minutes have passed now. Seoul FC likely not going to be able to find a comeback here with 1 minute on that board and very quickly ticking off. But perhaps a consolation goal in the books here to ruin the shutout by Tokyo. Unfortunately, Versetti able to intercept that pass and take that back to Cody Hill. Hill will take a shutout on the day to finish the what is, well, a great performance by Tokyo overall, but only one save being needed to be made by Hill. At the end of the day, Tokyo did relent on their possession just a little bit more. Seoul able to claw back just a bit more possession, though unable to get any shots on net in that second half, I believe. And 29 shots total by Tokyo. Wow. Are we seeing the birth of a new SSL offensive powerhouse? Well, they certainly look to be. They are now tied, I believe, provisional poll tied with CF Catalunya. I think actually Tokyo are now provisional leaders on goal difference. We'll find out at the end of the day here, but before that, we have Cairo City taking on Athênai FC. Cairo City in 9th place so far this season, with 3 points through 5 matches. Athênai, however, struggling in 11th place this year, 2 points through 5 games. Not what I would have expected from them, though. It is a bit of a testament to their late season struggles as well. And it has unfortunately carried over into the new season. Though they will look to make themselves favorites in front of the fans here. Cairo City should be a winnable match for them. Cairo City in 9th place, and most would say deservedly so. Though I would say Cairo City have looked a little bit better for their money, and Tyler Hellman immediately making me eat my words there. Athênai will go ahead here. Off the breakdown on the corner here, and that's just a brilliant drive by Hellman from 25 or so yards out. Yeah, nope, no chance to make the save there. Unfortunate for for, I believe that is the Heretic, Elmas the Heretic, the Latvian goalkeeper, 6'1", averaging 4 goals against in 90 minutes so far. If that is going to hold true this match, it is not going to be a fun game for Cairo City. We will see if they can change their luck, though. Athênai coming out today in a bit of a 4-2-4 style formation, though a little more aggressively. I would hesitate to even say this is a more 5-1-4. I guess it would be more accurate to say 4-1-1-4, with the wide players and 2 strikers. Cairo City coming out in a narrow 4-3-3, narrow 4-2-3-1 diamond, I want to say. Actually, I absolutely butchered that. Let me actually think about this for a minute before I say it. It's a narrow 4-4-2 diamond. God, holy smokes. That shouldn't have been as hard as it was. Though Cairo playing on a more balanced style today, we will see if they are able to hold possession. Torre with a deep drive from the midfield, known to put a couple of those away every now and then. No goals in the season so far for the Italian midfielder. We'll see if he can change his luck this year. And here now is Torres on the right-hand side. Torres playing as a false 9 today. Where Aspilicueta playing as a complete forward. We will see if that works for them. Back to Athênai for a moment. As I mentioned, 4-1-1. 4 is what I'm going to call this. They do have the 2 strikers up front. They have King playing as a target forward and Jeffrey Levert playing as a advanced forward. Though Torres there as a false 9, able to find some space and pokes home the game-tying goal in the 43rd minute for Athênai. Torre playing the ball over to Aspilicueta, finding Jeeves driving, and Torres able to get past Lind, unfortunately getting the better of Lind there, and finally space to poke that home to equalize the game for Cairo City as we head into halftime here. I have now learned that this screen means we will be seeing substitutions. We will see who comes onto the field for both teams. I believe these are probably going to be Cairo City substitutions. Athênai really only have Sebastian Dubois on the bench. I don't believe that Dubois will be coming into the game unless we see King come out. I don't think that Levert would come out, though I could be wrong. More likely we'll see changes coming in for, and indeed we do see changes coming in for Cairo City. I believe that was possibly the Turtle coming into the game, Otis Boutro coming into the game, though I don't quite remember who they took on. Perhaps we'll catch it a little bit later. I believe Turtle playing in the center back role, yeah? No. Turtle playing in a defensive midfield role, actually, coming into the game for, I believe that is Arnold. Not going to be able to pronounce that. I apologize. I believe the nickname is Formite, though. Nope, that's a different player completely. Athênai now on the ball 55 minutes into the game. No changes for them. Joker driving down that left-hand side now. And Levert in a little bit of space, though. Toastman able to get the body down to block that, driving that out. Joker on the corner now. And Toastman again with the clearance power. Toastman, 6'6" American center back, averaging a 6.62 through his performance so far. Though might have a little bit more to do with how the defense as a whole is playing as opposed to his personal performance, but playing very, very well so far. Yannick Anderson there making a easy stop for Athênai, the 6'6" Danish goalkeeper, averaging 1.20 goals against in 90 minutes so far this season. On the other end of the field, I believe that is, again, Elmas the Heretic. I think that I introduced them, but they're a 6'1" Latvian goalkeeper. Well, Arndt is still in the game. I do apologize for getting that wrong. Aspilicueta driving onto the left hand now. G with a cross in, and wow, that's a bit of a bounce taken by Torres, and that is cleared, though it was Lind on the defense there. I don't doubt that was clean, though it did look a little bit like a could have been foul. Cairo with the ball now, and Torres with a drive pass. Joker able to find space, but Yannick Anderson able to make the save there, coming out to meet him. Torres unable to make the most of the opportunity there, and Cairo City will likely be looking to get another chance here, though that is very offside. Sorry, not very. I think he was a step or two offside. Athênai are playing with a higher line, though not playing with an offside trap. So getting a little bit lucky not to get punished there. Fisher now for Levert, and Levert just so much space. Jeffrey Levert. That's not fair. That is a brilliant goal. There's even a bit of curl to this. Down that left-hand side for Fisher, and Levert, again, just in so much space. Curls out around the outstretched hands of the Heretic, and wow. 2-1 for Athênai through 77 minutes now. I believe that is Levert's third goal of the season so far for the Canadian forward. Fourth appearance for him as well. I believe Jeffy is a S4 rookie. Now Cairo City playing a little bit slower. We will need to see them pick up the pace here if they want to equalize in time. It took them a while to find the first one. Will it take them longer to find the second? G's looking to make sure that doesn't happen, though. Drive got just a little bit too far up and wide. Bovic able to shake Salvatore, and Levert again in a little bit of space, in a lot of space there, with a flying, not scorpion kick. I don't want to say, bit of a flying horse kick. That is required to have been saved by the Heretic, and the ensuing chance is unfortunately not fruitful for Athênai. Though Cairo City do recover off a clearance now for a goal kick from Anderson. Torres perhaps in space. Can we see an equalizer? And that's a brilliant save by Yannick Anderson. Not necessarily required, though, as that is eventually blown offside. I hope they give him that save anyways. He deserves that. Aspilicueta now shakes Mayhem, and wow, that's another brilliant save by Yannick Anderson. Holy smokes, Aspilicueta doesn't miss those very often. I would know. He used to play for Inter London. Coming over to Cairo City during the off-season, and wow, just a brilliant save by Yannick Anderson there to keep Athênai FC in the lead. One last opportunity for Cairo City perhaps as the time ticks away on the corner here. 89 minutes past. Levert does recover for Athênai on the clearance. Likely we'll see them run down the clock here unless Salvatore is able to recover. Perhaps one last opportunity for Athênai here as well. Joker with a cross down the left-hand side. Wow, great amounts of space for him. Ramirez now, and cross in by Lebovic down the right. Torres driving down the right-hand side the other way for Cairo City. Calvin Torre crashing in. The Lebovic tracking back does make the interception. Key play made there. And that is likely going to seal the match unless Cairo City get one last ditch drive down the midfield. It's got to be a little bit quicker than this, guys. There it is, the deep pass, and Lind all over that, and that should be the game. Joker driving down the right-hand side, or left-hand side. We will get a final corner. Corner is cleared, and there's the whistle. Wow, that took long enough. Felt like the last 2 minutes of an NBA ball game. But at the end of the day, Athênai FC picking up a much-needed victory. That is their first win of the season so far. Cairo City will likely feel a little unfortunate and hard done by to lose here today. Likely deserving a draw, but we'll have to take that loss home with them. That does see Athênai move up the midfield table to potentially, I believe, 8th. And we will see at the end of the day. An end of the day that we are drawing very, very close to. To end our day, we have CA Buenos Aires currently in 10th place, taking on Inter London. Inter London playing at home, currently 7th place, the defending champions, having a rocky start to the season with 6 points through 5 games so far, only managing 2 wins. Bit of a champions curse as the last champions of the league, Hollywood FC, also struggled to open their season. We will see if Inter London can get their cruise control back into control a little sooner than Hollywood did last year. They will look to bounce back here today with a match against CA Buenos Aires. Buenos Aires in 10th place so far in the season. 1 win through 5 matches, 3 points on the board for them. It's been a bit of a tough start to the year for them. They are lined up in a narrow 4-4-2 diamond. Apologies. Let's see. Let me try that again. Inter London coming out in a 4-3-3 with the wider wingers as well. They do have possession of the ball over here in the Buenos Aires half. See Buenos Aires playing a more balanced style today. And on the other hand, Inter London looking to take advantage of the hometown crowd, play at a more aggressive attacking style, will look to really press the Buenos Aires defense here. Of course, at that top of that lineup is K. Clements, the former wide man, now center man, and there's his partner, Liang Kai, finding him on the short cross or pass there. So much space for Liang Kai, and wow, all day for Clements, and that is tapped in for him, and that goes past Kiyoshi Oakdown, the English goalkeeper. I thought he was Australian. Could be English. We will see if that remains English through this season. Kiyoshi Oakdown, the 5'10" goalkeeper, averaging 3 goals against this season so far. We will see if Buenos Aires can lower that average today. Inter London through 18 minutes of the match so far, absolutely dominating. CA Buenos Aires in opportunities. No shots on net for CA Buenos Aires so far in the game. Now Inter London looking to get perhaps another opportunity. wide pass played to Clemens on the left-hand side, returning to his wide roots, though in a bit of a twist to the supposed formation. London recover off the goal kick now, and Nessie does drive that back into the midfield for time on the left-hand side. Time driving past a man, and there's Clemens once again on the tap-in. That's a second goal of the game for him. Second in about 5 minutes for London here. And as I mentioned, on an attacking style, really turning on the Jets. Checker does get drawn in by Liang Kai there, and unfortunately time just blows past him. Clemens able to get there on the late tap in, and just really well played. That is Clemens' third goal of the season so far. Second of the match. Buenos Aires with an opportunity there, and I believe that is just over the bar by Governo on the header, though Tony Bo I think would have made the save. Nessie down the right-hand side here, and playing in Callum Steele. Callum Steele, the right-footed center back, drafted by Interland in the second round, I believe. Liang Kai down the left-hand side now for and plays it back for time to Girk, dropping all the way back, and Gordon in a little bit of space, crashing in and takes the long shot. Oakdown able to smother that, and Buenos Aires will restart possession in the midfield here. Vandersloot driving now to Governo, and Vandersloot in space. Tony Adowa making a brilliant save. Wow, that was really well played by Vandersloot. A bit of a give and go there by him and Yeboah, the 6'4" Ghanaian goalkeeper, coming up huge there. Averaging 1.80 goals against 90 minutes, as you have heard through the day so far. That's actually one of the higher averages in the league, though he does average a 7.18 average rating. So goals against more a reflection of the team performance, and indeed Inter London have struggled to open the season so far. CA Buenos Aires have also struggled and look to continue to struggle. 35 minutes through the match here, opportunity for Inter London crashes off the post. Luka Magic now forcing the man off the ball, and I believe it was Governo on the ball there. Now Miller on the turnover, retained possession to McGurk. Now onto the left-hand side for time once again, looking for Clemens, and Checker able to smother the ball that time, and now here comes a corner taken by Ness. Ness on the in swinging corner here, unable to find, I believe, Clemens there, and the ball will drip out to Magic. We will see if the Inter can recycle possession. Liang Kai with a very early cross to a crashing Luka Magic, though Crucis able to deal with that. That is Gianni Crucis, the Greek wide back, coming over in a trade from Montreal United. So far through 45 minutes of the game, actually Buenos Aires have held 55% possession of the ball. Inter London only having 45%, though oddly enough, seemingly to have the bulk of the opportunities. 11 shots on net, 11 shots in the direction of the net for Inter London in that 45 minutes. 6 of them on the net, and Buenos Aires will need to make more of their possession coming out in the second half here. We do see a transition, so that does mean substitutions are coming in. I do not know if there are any substitutions for CA Buenos Aires, but I can tell you there are substitutions coming in for Inter London. We will see Luka Magic head to the bench, as Benji Atreides will come into the ball game. Alright, and we kick off. That is Lucas Weiss coming in for Edwin van der Sloot, the German midfielders, coming in having scored 2 goals so far in the season through 4 games for CA Buenos Aires. One of their top goal scorers. I'm a little bit surprised to see him on the bench, to be honest. Inter London making that change as I mentioned there, bringing in Benji Atreides from, I believe, Atreides' last team was Cairo City before he was released into free agency. Bringing in Atreides on the right-hand side for Luka Magic. Luka Magic, the rookie, drafted, I believe, in the 4th round of the S4 draft by Inter London. 60 minutes past now. Time really ticking away in the half here, as opposed to the first half, which was action-packed. It looks like the second half here going to be a little more dreary. Uh, Surprising that CA Buenos Aires have not pressed more of the opportunities with their 55% possession, and in fact we do see an opportunity going the other way now for Inter London. Inter London driving down the right hand side for the field. Nessie able to make that cross, though I believe it took a couple bounces too many, and time now on the recovery on the left hand side in space again. Clements with a powered header through, and Oakdown needing to make a odd looking save there, but does so, pushes that outside, and Nessie on the corner here. On the corner here, CA Buenos Aires do clear, though Benji Atreides, as I mentioned, subbed into the game at halftime, now on the right-hand side, and is offside, unfortunately. And CA Buenos Aires able to recover the ball there. They will need to find a goal here, 81 minutes into the ball game, 82 now. They need one quick, and they need a couple quick. Though, with a press, time is able to recover. And wow, Liang Kai, such a great cross. Benji Atreides in absolutely, I want to say that's no man's land, but he was unmarked. Yeah, just completely unmarked. And yeah, drives that into the back of the net. Kiyoshi down, no opportunity to make the save there. That's Atreides' second goal of the season in 4 matches for Inter London. Looking like that substitution did pay off. Now checker down the right hand side here for Buenos Aires. They will need a bunch to get anything out of the ball game so far. A header goes the right direction, though Tony Adowa able to make the save there. And 88 minutes past for CA Buenos Aires now. With a desperate drive down the midfield, time is able to pick that up, and we'll go the other way. Clements with a header, and Oakdown able to make that save, having to make 7 saves in the match, out of 10 shots on the net. Catarita to recover possession here for CA Buenos Aires with a minute left in this game. It's not looking likely they will find a game winner this match. Liang Kai with another deep drive cross, Cruz there to make the save this time and drive that out of the ball game, and that is the end of the ball game. Inter London making a splash as they look to climb back up the table through a dominant performance, I want to say. Really, 3 shots on net for CA Buenos Aires. Unfortunately, 5 on the day so far. Unable to beat Tony Yeboah. 56% possession on the day, though. Really, really good on the ball. Just unable to be clinical with their chances today. And that is actually our match day. As we run down the clock on match day 6, we will go over the table as we finish our day. Tokyo SC now on provisional poll. They currently sit at top of the league with 15 points behind them. CF Catalunya also on 15 points, though Tokyo ahead on goal difference. Sydney City do take a bit of a slide then, coming down onto 3rd place. Seoul MFC will maintain 4th. Hollywood FC holding on to 5th. Paris holding on to 6th, and Inter London hanging on to 7th there. Athênai now climbing up the table with the win today in 8th place, and Montreal United taking a slide down the table there, going down into 9th. Accra FC with their first win of the season do climb above Cairo City and Buenos Aires. Cairo City in 11th and Buenos Aires in 12th. Both teams will be looking to bounce back next week as we return. However, our first game of the coming Saturday, I believe, will be our first leg of the first round of Season 4's SSL Cup. I can't wait to see it, and I can't wait to cast it. I will see you then. Until then, good night.